Hamilton Harbour is a 2150-hectare bay located at the western tip of Lake Ontario. The Hamilton Harbour area of concern has been subject to the impacts of intensive industrial and urban development around its shores for many years, making it one of the 43 locations around the Great Lakes where environmental degradation has led to the decline of ecosystem health locally and to the Great Lakes Basin more widely. Environment and Climate Change Canada and its partners have implemented many projects and studies to restore water quality and ecosystem health in the Hamilton Harbour Area of Concern, also known as the AOC. Hamilton Harbour was designated as an AOC because a review of available data indicated that water quality and environmental health were severely degraded. Historically, the economy of the area surrounding the Hamilton Harbour was dominated by the steel and iron industry, and today, the harbour remains a major shipping centre and supports one of the largest concentrations of heavy industry in Canada. It also receives the discharge from 3 wastewater treatment plants, as well as urban runoff from the cities of Hamilton and Burlington.
Have you ever wondered what happens to the water after you flush, shower, or wash? In Hamilton, it eventually passes through the Woodward combined sewer system where solids and organic material is broken down, finally making its way into a larger water body. Of course, such a treatment is pivotal for the proper functioning of society. Each day, millions of gallons of water are used and a lot of it ends up becoming toxic after use. Sometimes this wastewater exceeds treatment plant capacity and ends up being dumped directly into the environment. This is a result of excessive rainfall, leaks, human error, etc. The overflow of sewage is known as sanitary sewage overflow, SSO. In America, over 20,000 cases of SSO occur every year, directly linked to over 1,000 cases of gastrointestinal diseases, putting significant stress on healthcare costs. Other direct damages include loss of habitat from the SSO and recreational costs such as fish death and beaches being closed. Proper education on what should be allowed to be dumped into household sinks is imperative for the safety of the environment and the citizens of Hamilton should a sewage overflow event ever occur.
But what exactly is harmful to our wastewater treatment plants? In what way does this relate to how we impact our Hamilton ecosystem services? These are questions that many citizens of Hamilton might pose in order for them to make the transition to more eco-friendly motives. It is not a foreign concept to us that many of the products we purchase for household uses contain chemicals. However, the nature of impact these chemicals have on the environment is not of common knowledge. One detrimental compound comes in the form of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, more commonly referred to as PAHs. These are carcinogenic organic compounds formed due to incomplete combustion from various anthropogenic activities. PAHs are formed and released into the atmosphere due to the incomplete burning of coal, gasoline, wood, garbage, and even organic compounds such as tobacco and charboiled meat. Their existence also varies from plastics, dyes, and pesticides to even medicine. As you can see, it would be hard to escape from a compound that is so invested in our everyday lives. What is the problem with PAHs, one might ask? Over the years, these compounds have accumulated in the overflow to the wastewater treatment plants. And due to them being present in this overflow, the chemicals sit in the environment for long periods of time, affecting the species and habitats around them. Sometimes, these products are recycled into our water systems and pose severe health risks for the residents of Hamilton. One example of contamination to this scale is right here in our very own community. Randall Reef and efforts for its remediation was the cause of effluents from Hamilton wastewater treatment plants and industries. This is a prime example of how our contribution to wastewater treatment plants directly relates on the well-being of our ecosystem, and that it is our responsibility to decrease the amounts of chemicals finding their way into these resources.
How, then, can we tackle the large-scale problem of toxic chemicals in the Hamilton Harbour? We can begin at an individual level by substituting our household chemical products for green alternatives. Why switch to green cleaning? Firstly, a healthier home is a result of the reduction of chemicals absorbed into the skin or in the air. Green products can lead to a purer environment. By reducing the use of chemicals, we can restore the species' population levels and restore adequate water quality. Eco-friendly products are also made of common natural ingredients that are safer for the human body. Finally, switching to natural products adds money to your back pocket. These alternatives are relatively inexpensive and are easily accessible compared to conventional cleaning products. Simple substitutions can be implemented with products that already exist in your household. Some ideas include using a plunger rather than a drain cleaner, combining vinegar, lemon juice, and water, which would cost approximately $4, instead of a $20 glass cleaner, or mimic a rug deodorizer with baking soda. By replacing household toxic products with natural alternatives, one can reduce the hazardous chemicals that enter the sewage overflow and the harbor. But in order for these changes to be effective, it is imperative that households are made aware of these strategies, have access to green solutions, and are motivated to follow through with these alternatives. Therefore, we have created a 3-phase green cleaning plan to facilitate this goal.
Firstly, we will create a McMaster community group consisting of mainly students, professors, and other university staffs. The overall objective of this group is to educate the population of Hamilton through workshops and mail out brochures informing various alternatives for household products and the importance of maintaining the harbor for the present and future generations. But who should we mainly target? We need to conduct a survey with the entire population of Hamilton in order to see how knowledgeable the population is on the consequences of using harmful household products and to see which population group is interested in changing their ways to help prevent toxic waste through the sewage system. Part of the survey should assess the population's willingness to pay for greener products and alternatives and their willingness to accept the compensation for ingesting chemicals by continuing to use the toxic household products. Those that are interested will be invited to workshops run by the McMaster Community Group. These interactive and informative workshops can be held monthly in the university. In addition to university members, green companies such as Seven Generations and water companies can attend in order to bring awareness to this issue and promote their products and distribute coupons or rebates. Through each workshop, the goal is to educate attendees on the importance of chemical reduction, facilitate easy accessibility to alternative solutions, and provide an incentive of saving money. We can also reach out to green companies to include incentives such as rebates, coupons, and/or reward systems for the purchase of their green products. These incentives will be included in addition to suggestions for individual cleaning alternatives in brochures that are mailed out to people residing in Hamilton. The goal for this option is that this will cause a decline in sales for non-green toxic household products and a rise in environmentally friendly products and other alternatives. Over time, this will lead to a cleaner and safer harbor. In conclusion, with these above strategies, we can reduce the environmental pressures of chemical products onto the Hamilton Harbor and enable the residents of Hamilton and tourists to enjoy the resources provided by the harbor.